Hi, my name is Anna Houston. I'm 13 years old and I'm a 3-year member of the Sticks and Stones 4-H Club. This year I took the project Controlling the Image, a level 2 photography book. I used a Nikon B500 camera for this project. This project had me learn how to use a more advanced camera and how to better compose an image in different ways. Using the rule of thirds came in handy a lot during this project, as it did several other items that I had learned. This project helped me learn new techniques to make my pictures more interesting. There were a couple pros and a couple cons, but regardless, this was a very fun project to do. One of the things that I learned how to do in this project was I learned how to use hard and soft lighting to either bring out detail in my photos or enhance color. And knowing how to use these types of light is going to help me in future photography projects, either for 4-H or otherwise. And they were fun pictures to try to take, to see the difference between all of the lights.
Cool.
One of the more challenging sections that I had to learn how to do was the panning the action. It was difficult to get the background to blur on my camera because my camera doesn't have a setting that you can change the aperture or the shutter speed. You can't do it manually, you have to change other settings, so it made this a little more challenging, but I did have to get creative, which was kind of fun. Certain other ones that were also challenging because of my camera was the U-take control with different apertures and shutter speeds. Apertures was difficult because I can't change the lens opening on my camera. It depends on, I guess, just how much light I can let into a photo. And the shutter speed is another one that I can't change, so I have to just kind of play around with it a little bit. I have to change the ISO on my camera to be able to change the shutter speed.
And alright, go ahead.
One of the sections that was both fun and a little bit challenging would have been the low light pictures. They were fun to try to get, but at the same time, some of them were a little difficult. Like the fire picture was difficult to get, and some of them it was difficult to find the right lighting that made the picture kind of come out a little bit more than it would have just with normal lighting or really bright lights. It was definitely a fun challenge, but at the same time, it was still a challenge. Projects that, some of them that were more fun to take, I would probably have to say the Shadows Show was a very fun one to take with the silhouettes. My dad and I went down to the Denison Depot and we got to take a couple cool train pictures. And the other one that I really enjoyed doing, was the Space Tells a Story. It was fun to get to play around with learning how to make one picture tell a story, and I even got to get my cousin involved for one of them. I had her help me come up with certain stories that I could tell for some of them, because I know she does like to tell stories. I will definitely be able to use all of these skills in future projects or exhibits that I may have, and that will definitely help me to become a better photographer. Thank you for listening to my presentation.